Hey guys, what's going on? Mike here at Universal Mind, Body, Soul, and today's topic is going to be the 5 best ways to develop a growth mindset for your success. Okay, so get to the point. To develop a growth mindset, what is that exactly? No matter where you are in your life, there's really no magic pill or technique to swallow to bring you to forth that. It's going to be a process. A growth mindset is something that is going to enable you to shift your thinking into a more positive, more ambitious, more motivational type, inspirational type thinking, behavioral patterns. So it really kind of carries through in your everyday life, in your relationships. The growth mindset is pretty much everything if you want to achieve and succeed and become more in your life. So no matter what area you're really looking to improve, whether it be health, whether it be career, whether it be love, relationships, whether it be finances, etc., it's going to take some commitment and incorporating the right mindset for your growth to get to where you want to be. Therefore, becoming the person you were meant to be and living your best life is going to take some work. So, hate to say that, I hate to, not let you know that there's, not an easy fix for that, but it's going to take some work on your part. It's really depending on how bad you want it. So, without further ado, the top 5. So, the first one is goals. This one might seem like an obvious one, but setting goals is probably one of the most profound, fundamental factor. And I labeled it number 1 for a reason, because it's the first thing that's required to building a mindset for growth, to become clear and concise of what you truly want, and more importantly, why you want it, such a desire. Becoming aware of what you really want and why you want it is the first thing that you should really become concise of. It also kind of holds you accountable as far as to yourself and kind of following through with that plan. So it really is something that you should start to setting something called SMART goals. I don't know if you're familiar with SMART goals, but I learned this back in my earlier days in sales, to setting goals that are specific, measurable, realistic, realistic. I said that already. Time related. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time related. Yeah, okay, SMART goals. I had to think about that for a second there. In each area of your life, when you factor in on a short-term basis or a long-term basis, write it down. Doesn't matter, no matter how big the goal is, break it down into chunks. This is things that kind of I've learned over the years that Tony Robbins has helped me in my earlier days of sales, is to break down the bigger goals into smaller bite-sized chunks and measure it. Write it down, review it every single day. You could start with a short-term one, day-to-day goals, to 6-month, to 1 year long term, to some that are 5 or even 10 years, and it can be finance related, it can be whatever the case may be. It's your goal. It's really depending on what you really want to align in your life and really attract. But it really starts with you kind of setting the blueprint for yourself, writing it down and reviewing it every day, so you burn it into your subconscious and allowing your subconscious mind to kind of take over into your conscious mind. All right. So number 2, maintaining a positive attitude. The power of a positive attitude can be never undervalued, rather. Okay, towards achieving your goals in everyday life. It's definitely something that is kind of the constant work and struggle that we all try to maintain. Even for me, it's kind of an everyday exercise to try and remain positive and to really force your thinking into maintaining that positive attitude, so you can carry on with your day into a more positive one, attract more positive people, more smiles, that sort of thing. So when you're thinking positive, your mind will look at failures and setbacks and growth and learning opportunities. Moreover, it will definitely make it easier to overcome minor failures and allow you to kind of carry on with your journey of success. Maintaining a positive attitude and positive thinking attracts more positivity, more vibrational thinking around you, energy around you that you'll definitely notice with the right people, and definitely notice with the right circumstances that will show up in your life to kind of help you and to achieve those goals. But it really all starts with the positive vibe that you're radiating out, that you're kind of setting forth into the universe kind of thing. All right. So number 3, taking massive action. This is huge. This is definitely something that is probably another most important component. You can't just sit there, write some goals, and maintain a positive attitude and sit on the couch eating a bag of chips and watching Netflix and then just hope that everything's going to just magically show up. No, it doesn't quite work that way. You need to take massive action. This is definitely another component I also learned from Tony Robbins is while positive thoughts are a must for your mindset and growth and success, it requires strong, massive activity to be put into action, a plan of action. So whatever you truly desire in your mind can be achieved and manifested in the physical when you take steps towards that. So plan it up here, put it down on paper, like I mentioned in the first 2, maintain positivity, but also kind of build a plan of action, kind of a blueprint, if you will, that is going to kind of get you further and further, closer and closer rather to that. It's really about kind of setting something that's going to be in your more everyday reality, completing at least one important task into that plan of action. All right. You can set it on a to-do list, taking bite-sized goals and or bigger goals and taking them down into bite-sized chunks sort of thing. Each day, try and complete at least one goal or one small task and take a look and cross it out. These things have kind of helped me over the years. I'll write stuff down for what my day or for what my week is going to be like, and I'll find myself crossing it out, looking like, oh, hey, I finished laundry, or hey, I read that book, or hey, I cooked that new recipe I wanted to, or whatever the case may be, and made 5 days worth of smoothies, and just little things like that for the day. Or hey, now I'm gonna work on my website, cross that off. And yes, it doesn't really matter as long as like you're seeing the results. I mean, like Tony Robbins says, success is progress. Now, taking baby steps towards that progress is a win. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. It's taking that action that's going to get you a step closer to achieving those goals. All right. Number 4 is hold yourself accountable. Taking responsibility is huge again as well. Developing an abundant mindset, attracting growth and success into your life means being able to take responsibility for the things that you have achieved, taking things for the responsibility, the things that you have failed on, so you can look back and say, okay, this is where I am and this is where I would like to be. Because let's face it, failure is an inevitable part of success. That's just the way it goes. And if you can take from those failures and learn from it and learn, okay, this didn't work, then that's when you can really kind of fail and make a mistake along your journey and take responsibility for it in the present, giving yourself permission to acknowledge it, move forward, not stay stuck on it. And that's how you grow. This is part of the journey. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. If you're just waiting to be happy until you finally got that reward at the end of the tunnel, then what's really going to be a Lamborghini? What's really going to be a big house or $1 million if you're not happy and enjoying the journey right now, and holding yourself to that higher standard? Then you're not going to be happy when you hit $1 million or you grab a Lamborghini. And that might work temporarily as a quick dopamine rush, but you're not going to find yourself truly happy. That's kind of a temporary fix to really something that's not really already there as far as your own happiness. So without kind of drifting off too far off, taking a moment to, reflect and think of every step along the way is really a gift and a blessing from our Creator, aligning you to the path of your true purpose. All right, so it's really hold yourself accountable, take responsibility, and don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. All right, which brings me to number 5. Trust your intuition. Trusting your intuition is a big step towards a growth mindset. All right, listen to your gut. Pay attention to your intuition as if it was like right there in front of you. It's basically your rational mind trying to get you to follow your vision. It's a key for developing growth and success. Other people often, believe that in order to succeed, that they need some sort of mathematical data, or, which is not usually readily on hand available. Simply luck happens to happen to other people and that sort of thing, and that's something that is completely false. Those are kind of limiting beliefs that can really hold you back. And this is mostly due to fear within ourselves, fear that we're not good enough. And fear is let's be honest, what is fear anyway? False evidence appearing real. It's made up in our mind. It is just something that we tell ourselves in one shape or way or another. Oh, I couldn't do that. Oh, that's not for me. Oh, no, that only happens to other people, or whatever the case may be. Allowing yourself to be fully present and open up and trust the process will, get you a lot further along that way without fear, and telling yourself that, no, I can do this. I, am smarter than I think. And yeah, okay, accept the fact that there are going to be some bumps and along the way that and some hiccups down the road. And you know what? If you anticipate that and know that, hey, I know there's going to be some bumps down the road. I know this is going to take me a year or 2 or 3, whatever your goal might be, or 6 months. If you want to lose that 25 pounds, or you want to, learn how to snowboard or whatever, it's going to take some time. Allow yourself enough time to allow the universe to kind of conspire with you and grow along this journey. So therefore, you stay focused and centered on your mission and your purpose, because the universe will do its part, but you got to do your own too, and just trust the process is one of the most critical components. And hence the old saying, trust your gut. Trust your gut instinct first. So true. Know that relying on just rational conscious thoughts, instead of just relying on rational conscious thoughts, rather, will make far better decisions in challenging circumstances. Ultimately will lead you to your success. So really, with those 5 things I mentioned, that should definitely help. If you can practice that on a routine basis and look at that every single day, look at your goals, look at, maintaining a positive attitude and taking massive action and holding yourself accountable, and also paying attention to your gut instinct, trusting your intuition. That will, ultimately put you a lot further ahead than most people in society, because a lot of people in society don't really view success that way, or don't view themselves that way. So anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you today. And I just wanted you to, get a good feel for those 5 things that have really helped me out in my life over the years, and my success, continuing my own growth as well. So it's a process. Allow yourself to realize that it is a process. It's not an overnight thing. And so anyways, don't forget to subscribe below. Check out my links there to my blog, my website. It's at universalmindbodysoul.com. And you can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, and also my Facebook page. And I will talk to you in the next video. All right, hope everyone is well. Take care. Thanks. Bye.